Chelsea acted like a super club last season, spending big, showing flashes of brilliance, but just as often, falling apart. One week they pressed like machines, the next they crumbled. The talent was there, no doubt, but the chemistry, that was missing. Too many holes, not enough direction. So this summer, Chelsea didn't just splash cash, they recalibrated. Liam Delap brings firepower up front. Jamie Gittins injects chaos on the wing. Joao Pedro is the bridge between lines. Dario Essugo offers a composed backup presence in midfield. Mike Penders returns with hunger. Andre Santos is back, matured. And crucially, Petrovic and Trevoh Chalobah are finally fit, more experienced, and ready to battle. Chelsea didn't just buy names, they bought solutions. Every signing targeted a problem from last season. No more half measures, no more excuses. Because Enzo Maresca isn't starting from scratch, he's doubling down. A clearer system, and now, players who actually fit it. With smart additions, structured tactics, and a no-nonsense manager, Chelsea aren't just trying to compete in Europe. They're planning to frighten it. And if it all clicks, the world will see why. Last season, in Maresca's first year in charge, Chelsea finished 4th, their best finish in 3 years. 64 goals scored, just 43 conceded, and 69 points secured, enough to return to the Champions League. They also lifted the UEFA Europa Conference League, beating Real Betis 4-1 in the final, becoming the first club to complete UEFA's full trophy set. But for all the progress, questions remained. They started fast, but after January, the pace slowed. Creativity dropped. Against deep blocks, Chelsea looked predictable. Maresca got results, yes, but often without flair. And for a club of this stature, results are only half the goal. The other half, dominance. To fix what faltered, Chelsea had to address specific weaknesses. And that's exactly what they did. Every new face brought in solves a tactical issue. If Chelsea want to be feared again across Europe, these were the problems Maresca needed to fix. And for once, Chelsea didn't just spend, they spent with intent. Let's start at the top. Liam Delap may not be a flashy name, but he might be the exact striker Chelsea needed. Physical, direct, fearless, he offers what Jackson can't. A pure chaos creator. He presses with mad energy, holds up play under pressure, and doesn't hesitate in front of goal. When space is tight and nothing's working, Delap thrives. He makes things messy, in the best way. Then there's Jamie Gittins. He's not just quick, he's calculated. A right-footed winger on the left flank, he cuts inside with intent. Instead of hugging the touchline, Gittins creates overloads, pulls defenders out of position, and opens lanes for Palmer to exploit. It's structure, but with swagger. Now zoom out. Joao Pedro is the connector. He's not a classic number 9, nor a true 10, he lives between lines. His movement pulls defenders, creates space, and adds unpredictability. Pair him with Delap or Jackson and suddenly, Chelsea have attacking variety. Something they've missed for years. In midfield, Dario Essugo brings calm and intelligence. At just 19, he reads the game like a seasoned pro. Maresca needs someone to sit deep, win the ball, and make that first smart pass. That's Essugo. With him shielding the backline, Enzo Fernandez and Caicedo can push higher and press more aggressively. At the back, Mamadou Sarr is one for the future, but don't be shocked if he breaks through early. Composed, left-footed, calm in high-pressure moments, Sarr's already drawing Van Dijk comparisons. For a coach like Maresca, who builds from the back, a player like Sarr is invaluable. He doesn't panic. He builds. Every signing isn't just for depth. They're part of a plan. They solve problems. They bring tactical clarity. For the first time in years, Chelsea's transfers make sense. Now back to the front line, because if Chelsea want to scare Europe, they need more than just pace. They need different tools. And that's where Delap fits. He's not here to replace Jackson, he's here to complement him. Jackson brings speed, movement, and vertical threat. But when the pitch shrinks and defenses sit deep, you need a striker who relishes the physical battle. That's Delap. He doesn't beat defenders with flair, he bullies them. Backs into them, shrugs off pressure, and turns scraps into goals. He injects urgency when games stagnate. It's not Jackson or Delap. It's both. Jackson stretches, Delap smashes. Jackson glides. Delap grinds. It's a blend Chelsea haven't had in years. On the flanks, it gets even more dangerous. But Jamie Gittins is no benchwarmer, he's part of the plan. Built for Maresca's system, he reads space like a veteran. He cuts in, drifts wide, pulls defenders, and understands when to hug the line and when to ghost into the box. Gittins adds rhythm, unpredictability, and tactical IQ. With Sancho gone and Mudryk's future uncertain, Gittins steps up, not in as a backup, but as a starter. Last year, Chelsea's wings were fast but flaky. Now there's consistency. There's depth. There's purpose. Then there's Joao Pedro. Not a traditional striker. Not a classic number 10. He lives in the gray areas. A tactical chameleon. Jackson isn't being cast aside. He's still valuable, explosive, aggressive, and scored 17 goals last season. But he needs space. Against low blocks, he's isolated. That's where Pedro helps. He drifts wide, drops deep, presses smartly, and creates overloads. At Brighton, he became a system weapon. 20 goals without relying on the 6-yard box. Think Julian Alvarez under Pep. His movement opens pockets for Palmer. His pressing fuels the counter-press. Imagine this: Gittins wide, Pedro floating, Palmer dropping, Caicedo and Enzo ready to pounce. That's not a front line, it's a carousel. And you don't mark a carousel. You spin with it until you're dizzy. Jackson's the spear. Delap's the battering ram. Pedro's the playmaker. Rotate, combine, and destroy with variation. Last season, Chelsea had no plan B. They've got a through Z. Now let's talk midfield again. Essugo plays like a general. He sees danger before it comes. Tackles clean. Passes smart. He's not flashy, he's functional. Think of him as Maresca's Rodri. With him at the base, Enzo and Caicedo are unleashed. And Andre Santos. He's back, and no longer a kid. A box-to-box machine. He scores, breaks lines, and adds the punch Chelsea's midfield has lacked since Lampard's peak. He doesn't need to be perfect yet, just different. Let Essugo hold, Enzo orchestrate, and Santos break lines. Suddenly, Chelsea's midfield becomes dynamic. Then there's Estevao. A long-term project. Brazil calls him Messinho, not because he mimics Messi, but because he distorts defenders the way Messi once did. He's not here to displace Palmer or Maduk. Not yet. But as a right-sided interior or advanced 8, Estevao offers Maresca a profile no one else does. Now the defense. Chelsea have talent. Tosin Adarabioyo is calm in possession. Levi Colwill is tough and growing. Badiashile adds control. Fofana has elite upside. But talent isn't enough. What they've lacked is cohesion, structure, and game intelligence. Enter Sarr. Still a teenager, but reads the game like a veteran. Left-footed, confident, and press-resistant. He won't replace the core, but he might elevate it. In Maresca's system, center-backs are playmakers. Sarr helps build width, break pressure, and progress play through the thirds. With him rotating in, Chelsea can stop relying on one defender to glue it all together. And now, the gatekeeper, the goalkeeper. Maresca knows the backline is only as strong as the man behind it. Robert Sanchez had his moments but often looked shaky with the ball. Petrovic. He went on loan to Salzburg and became a star. Commanding, calm, and consistent. He wants to be number one, but Chelsea won't guarantee it. Negotiations with Milan's Mike Maignan happened. Elite shot stopper, perfect for Maresca's vision, but the price was too high. The Club World Cup tax killed the deal. Still, insiders believe Chelsea might circle back. Until then, the project moves on with what they have. But Maresca wants more, a keeper who starts attacks, stays calm, and acts like a third centre-back. That's the final piece still missing. Now the board is set. The system's in place. The signings are deliberate. Chelsea isn't throwing money, they're building something. Something structured, dangerous, cohesive. But the big question remains, will this be the project that puts Chelsea back on top? Or will it be another case of potential, not payoff? Let us know in the comments. And if you want to follow the Maresca era as it unfolds, subscribe.